President Obama expanding background checks for gun ownership and increasing funding for mental health. Now, he proposes $500 million to expand mental health care, all part of gun control measures. Here is Republican presidential candidate Rick Santorum, who joins us now. Mr. Senator, welcome back to the program.
Well, thank you. It's nice to be back on the number one rated show here on the Fox Business Channel.
You got that one in there. So, well done, well done. 100,000 Twitter followers.
You're rolling, Stuart.
Yes, we are.
I'm trying to catch that wave and get the momentum in Iowa that you've got here.
Well, here you are. Then let's get on with it, shall we? Now, you are going to oppose these gun control measures by the president, I presume.
Again, it's the president focusing on the wrong
Wait a second.
thing. I mean, it's a false narrative.
When you say no, we don't want an extra $500 million spent on health care, you lose.
Look, I don't think you're going to find Republicans who are going to oppose any type of expansion of mental health care if it's properly targeted. The biggest problem with a lot of problems, particularly the problem that leads to a lot of this violence, was its addiction, is that most of the treatment is pretty bad. It doesn't work. And so let's put I think that the numbers are about 15% of a recovery rate from a lot of these addiction programs. Would you go in and have heart surgery if the success rate was 15%?
No, sir, I would not.
And would you be spending a lot of money on something that has a 15% success rate? So it's not throw more money into it. How about if he's really serious about it, what are we going to do to try to look at how we improve the outcomes of a lot of these mental health, particularly addiction treatments?
Okay. Now, people in Texas say they've got an answer: open carry. Now look, I'm a newly admitted American citizen, and I'm all in favor of the Second Amendment, but I kind of think I'm a bit worried about an AK-47 walking down the street.
No, that's not. It's not. You're talking about the ability to carry. Look at in Israel. You walk around in Israel, you got people with Uzis strapped because they're going to and from work as citizen soldiers, and you don't see a lot of this type of violence in Israel. I mean, you have terrorism, but you don't see the kind of violence that we have. Why? You don't see terrorists or shooters, deranged people, walking into police stations, shooting up a police station. Why? Because police will shoot back. That's why.
Doesn't it give you a little pause, the idea that on Main Street America, we got people walking around with handguns?
They are right now.
Yes, they are. Doesn't that give you a little pause?
No, it makes
actually all these children. So do I.
But I'm not worried about law-abiding citizens pulling out their gun and shooting my kids. What I am worried about is a terrorist or someone who's mentally deranged deciding that they're going to come to my kid's school and start shooting and not have anybody there that can shoot back. So I'm very comfortable with more people carrying so they can respond to the threat it is today. We have a president who is not going to keep us safe. He is not focused on keeping us safe. He's not going to destroy the terrorists where they come from and therefore stop terrorism from spreading. He's not going to do anything about crime in this country. He's going to foment it by, in fact, encouraging people, in my opinion, to behave badly. And so we need to have folks who take responsibility in a free society to protect themselves. That's why it's the Second Amendment.
Okay.
It's not the 20th Amendment. It's the Second Amendment.
Okay.
Our founders thought this was a pretty darn important amendment.
For my citizenship, I had to study hard. I know the Second Amendment
but
is
it's
number
second.
2.
There's a reason it's second.
Got it.
Right? Because it's important.
Mr. Senator, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
We
wish you well in your campaign. Come back and see us.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.